Welcome to another episode. Well, 2021 has been off to an amazing start. If you like excitement, here in Texas, we have just gone through a historic winter storm that not only disrupted the normal things that these sort of storms do, especially down here in the south with disruption of traffic and that sort of thing, but this one, which covered the entire state, which is also basically unheard of, knocked out not just our normal transportation, roads, bridges, things that we're not typically prepared for the same winter weather that the people are further north, but this one knocked out our electrical grid, which then knocked out water, knocked out all communication, internet, servers, things like that, across the state. So on top of everything that we've been dealing with over almost a full year now with the pandemic, we now have another unprecedented disruption of life in general, but in specifically what we're talking about in this video series is it knocked out our ability to communicate with our students. We've relied on online as a replacement for many of our face-to-face activities because of our social distancing protocols. And so now all of that was also gone. So this is just a great time to go back and hit on a couple of points that I made last spring when I was first starting with this series. And that is, there's never been a better time to think about how we need to be flexible. Right now, I personally was unable to access my university resources for several days. This is, the same thing that's happening with my students. At my home and in my office, I have access to internet now. I have electricity, I have working water, but that is still not going to be true for all of my students. And so over the next few days, I've adjusted my deadlines. I've moved things later to kind of and made adjustments so I can kind of get the course back on schedule before the end of the semester and cover the things that we still need to cover for the course. But I think for the next week or so, I'm still going to have students who can't access everything in a timely manner. And so what I need to remember, what I'm asking you to remember is this is not the time to worry about keeping all the rules in place or that sort of thing. What I need to do and what I will be doing is letting my students know that if they need time, I'm not going to give them late penalties. I'm not going to do things like that right now, just to get through this period and get them back to where they need to be and caught up. And so that's not going to be a quick process, I don't think, because there are, for the majority of people, I think right now things are getting a little bit back to normal. But some people lost their homes because of flooding, after pipes burst. Some people, may have lost computers and other things due to, power fluctuations. So it's just going to take time to get everybody back to normal working order. And during that time, I need to keep in mind that, yes, it's not always easy to adjust deadlines or go back and fix late penalties, that are happening. I have late penalties that automatically generate based on due dates. So I'm going to have to go back and waive those manually. It's actually not hard to do, but it's one more thing that I have to remember to do. And I just need to be patient with the students and give myself the opportunity to get that done in a timely manner, but also let them know that it may take me longer to do a few things if I have more of these things to take care of. And so communicate with the students, encourage them to communicate with me about any problems that they may be having, and use this time to just help everybody get through it. And so, on top of everything we've been dealing with for the last 11, 12 months, this is just another reminder to be flexible and give time to those students that need it, and don't let it get frustrating to me either. It's already, I'm sure, very frustrating for them. They worry that they're behind. They worry that they've missed a deadline. All that, I don't need to add to that worry, and do as much as I can to kind of help them get through that. And so it's just another reminder that we're here to help our students. We're here to help them learn, and they can't learn if they're frustrated. They can't learn if they don't have access to their technology or running water. And so all those things just need to be built into how I interact with my students and how I move forward in helping them get back on track with the course schedule and get everybody through the course in the best way possible with all the information that they need to have to move forward in their careers. So that's all I'm going to say this week. I've got lots of emails to respond to after not having email for several days. Lots of deadlines to correct in our learning management system, and I'm sure that I am not alone in that, and I wish you all the best in getting through yet another very disruptive event that we have to deal with this year. So take care of yourself, and I hope things get back to normal for everyone soon if you've been affected by any of this. All right, I thank you again for watching, and I will see you soon.